Hello, Ankit. I am going to say it like you, and this is our first episode of 2023.
Hi guys, like Aastha says.
Happy New Year. Is it too late to say Happy New Year? There's that thing, no? When is the last date till when you can say Happy New Year?
Makar Sankrant, 14th January. That's it.
So, chal khatam ho gaya baat. So, anyway, I hope you guys are having a good year. This is our first episode. This is Love Aajkal with Aastha and Ankit.
And there's a very fancy Van Gogh cup, जिसमें बहुत ही fancy rose tea मुझे
And
पिलाया
I'm
जा
having
रहा
a
है.
very This is not wine. This is kombucha. This is my day one of trying to be healthy again.
I
Eat
love
healthy.
kombucha. I absolutely love
So
kombucha.
this is not wine.
Kombucha
it
is
gives a
actually a
feeling of
kombucha is
wine.
actually a great segue into what this conversation and this episode is going to be about. No.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not going to be about kombucha or healthy drinks, but it's actually going to be about maybe redefining existing norms and things. Jaise kombucha is a kind of tea drink.
Yes.
So chai thi, iced tea thi, green tea
Isn't it
thi,
like a fungus?
and it's fermented tea
Yeah.
with very negligible percentage of alcohol or anything like that. But I think what I was coming to is how tea itself, chai, for a country like India, कितना evolution हमने देखा है. And this kombucha is probably the most hipster, the most 2021, 22, 23
In
version
America and
of
all,
tea.
they are drinking chai latte.
Oh my god, उनकी तो बात ही नहीं करते,
मतलब
please.
हल्दी दूध भी पीते हैं वो turmeric latte.
Like naan bread. No,
Yeah.
no, which is
Starbucks
very,
selling it for 500 rupees.
very annoying. But evolution के बारे में इसलिए मैं बात कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि that's a segue or maybe it's a force fit और comments में जाके बताइए अंकित ये बहुत ही गंदा segue या force fit था. But we were reading reports about, in fact, Asa reported on this in Midday as well in her editor job, which is a new term, new at least for us 40-year-olds, situationship. So आज situationship के साथ क्या situation है ये समझने की कोशिश करेंगे. What on earth is situationship? Why is situationship? And just how to navigate it, like all things on Love Aajkal, love dating relationships के एवर इवॉल्विंग दुनिया की हम बात करते रहते हैं. सो लेट्स हियर इट फ्रॉम एडिटर साहिबा. सबसे पहले व्हाट इज सिचुएशनशिप?
I don't know. Is it like a fling that's a little bit more than a fling? Maybe it goes on for a few weeks or months. And I feel it's exactly like a situation. Like you're in a situation for a while and then you
Isn't
get
every
off.
relationship a situation?
No, you're not seeing it as a situation. A situation is not
It's a
something.
series of situations.
Yeah, but a situation is not something very personal. When you say I'm stuck in this situation or this is my situation for now, situate itself, like I feel it's a very transient kind of phrase. I feel I'm in this situation right now or this is my situation now, but you wanted to improve firstly whatever your situation is. But I feel it's a very it's like relationship comes from, I guess, relate, right? So it's also like a relative, or it's also like you relate to someone, I guess. I don't know if that's the origin of those kind of things, but that sounds more serious, I feel. Situationship is please say the
I mean, as always, I would turn to Google, eventually Chat GPT and AI, but फिलहाल Google define कर रहा है a romantic or sexual relationship that is not considered to be formal or established. ऑक्सफोर्ड डिक्शनरी के मुताबिक ये डेफिनेशन है सिचुएशनशिप की. एंड पीपल आस्क कॉमन क्वेश्चंस. What is situationship relationship? It's such a tongue twister. A situationship is an uncommitted, undefined romantic relationship between two people, meaning that those in this type of relationship have not established what they are to each other. While it may share some similarities with a friends with benefit relationship, the two terms do not mean the same
it can't
thing.
be friends with benefits, nah. Friends itself means you have a relationship.
It's defined.
Friends itself, yeah, means you have some responsibilities. Friends itself means there are some defined roles
Do's
or
and don'ts.
or like expectations of you as a friend. So
Yeah.
the benefit, friends with benefits is the extra part, but the friends is the relationship part, right? You're already friends. and hopefully once your benefits ends you still remain friends, or maybe not, but your original relationship
Configuration.
is of friends, which is very much defined, which is very much comes with its expectations and stuff, like, so basically ये बकवास है, मतलब कुछ है ही नहीं, ये कुछ भी नहीं है.
Wow.
So if you're in a
I was waiting
situationship,
for minutes to hear the real Aastha review
Arey,
to
but
come
this
out.
is the thing. I would answer that question like, what is a situationship relationship? It is a nothing. It is nothing. It's nobody. It's nothing. It's space and nothing.
Okay, I am going.
Space has more in it
I
than whatever.
I'm going to be slightly more welcoming of situationship. क्योंकि आस्था our generation gap is showing maybe
Auntie Asta.
yeah, and as 40-year-olds
No man.
I think it can become slightly difficult to.
Ankit, I feel like generations doesn't mean that you put yourself in a position where you're bound to freaking get hurt. Na? That is a situationship. You're
But
putting
actually,
you're making things light for yourself. You're making sure people don't take you seriously, or you're feeling seriously, or your whole behavior to someone. Nobody's taking that seriously, and nobody wants to give you anything in return. That has nothing to do with any kind of generation gap. That's just, I feel, you're putting yourself out there to be hurt, and we're all going through. I mean, we're a generation which talks about stuff, about our feelings, and we talk about how we feel, and how what's our mental health status, and why are we putting our mental health in jeopardy by doing things like this, which is going to cause problems.
so I have a slightly different point of view.
Okay.
Obviously, otherwise, Love Aajkal won't be Love Aajkal without our
Yes,
contrasting
yes,
points of
yes,
view.
yes.
I actually think Gen Z, which is largely responsible for coining the situationship moniker and just the configuration of this relationship, वो actually अपने आप को बचाना चाहते हैं
Hurt से.
इमोशनल टर्मोइल और हर्ट से. इसीलिए सी, लाइक इट और नॉट, द वर्ड रिलेशनशिप, हम एक कमिटेड रिलेशनशिप में, हम एक बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड है, हम बॉयफ्रेंड बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड है, whatever your configuration is, wherever you are on the spectrum, it comes with certain responsibility.
Sure.
ये इनफैक्ट मैं बस चेक कर रहा था कि 2021 में एक एपिसोड हमने रिकॉर्ड किया था स्पॉटिफाई पे, लव आजकल. आप जाइएगा, लव आजकल जो पॉडकास्ट होगा उसमें ऊपर सर्च बार आता है और वहां पे जस्ट लेबल लिखिएगा, लेबल. सो वी हैव डन एन
Labels. हाँ, our
एपिसोड
labels
ऑन
important.
आर
Yeah.
लेबल्स इंपॉर्टेंट, और उसको हम बस रिकैप कर रहे थे, सुन रहे थे, एंड also quite surprising how much sense we made even 2 years.
Sound very, very, very amazing.
we,
जैसे
we
कि हमने कुछ PhD किया
कुछ
है.
उखाड़ा है लाइफ में,
हाँ.
किया नहीं है, जस्ट we've lived, we've loved, we've learned. We are not professionals. Please go seek professional help अगर आप प्रोफेशनल काउंसलिंग चाहते हैं, etc. बट रिलेशनशिप के साथ एक्सपेक्टेशंस क्लियरली कम्युनिकेट हो जाती हैं. इसीलिए तो कोई मेरा फियांसे है, या ये मेरा मंगेतर है, या ये मेरी वाइफ है, या मेरा हस्बैंड है, या मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड है, इम्प्लाइड है कि ओके, इम्प्लाइड है अनलेस क्लैरिफाइड और स्पेसिफाइड अदरवाइज कि ये मोनोगमस रिलेशनशिप होगा, अनलेस कोई कहे कि मैं पॉलीएमरस या पॉलीगैमस रिलेशनशिप में हूं, मैं नॉन मोनोगमस हूं. तो शब्दों का अर्थ और उसका दायरा और दायरे से जुड़ी आपकी इमोशंस और आपकी जिम्मेदारियां, ये हैंड इन हैंड चलती है.
Sure.
Gen Z, like everything, they want to turn it on its head because it's the rebellious generation. और वो उस दायरे की सीमाओं से बाहर जाना चाहते हैं, इसलिए situationship is being used as a placeholder for anything which is not defined. अब इसका एक पहलू ये हो सकता है कि देखिए, आप किसी भी जिम्मेदारी से बचना चाहते हैं, you want to run away from any responsibility, which is why you're not giving it a name, because name automatically defines responsibility. Sure. And then you will be dubbed as irresponsible. Sure. Because आप जो जिम्मेदारियां हैं वो पूरी नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो you're a douchebag, you're not a good person, you're not a good partner. तो वो लेबल से बचने के लिए हम लेबल ही हटा रहे हैं. तो उसका एक ये पहलू हो गया. लेकिन दूसरा पहलू ये भी हो सकता है कि अर्ली 20s आर भयंकर कंफ्यूजिंग. एंड इनफैक्ट कई बार हम अपने आप को जकड़ा हुआ, पकड़ा हुआ, बंधा हुआ महसूस करते हैं, बिकॉज मानसिक, शारीरिक तैयारी ही नहीं है उस रिलेशनशिप वर्ल्ड के लिए। लेकिन और कोई वर्ड नहीं है तो भाई मतलब वही कर रहे हैं। और गिल्ट महसूस करें कि वो रिलेशनशिप में जैसा होना चाहिए मैं वो तो कर नहीं पा रहा हूं, कर नहीं पा रही हूं, और गिल्ट महसूस करें, रिग्रेट महसूस कर रहे हैं, एंग्जाइटी महसूस कर रहे हैं, स्ट्रेस महसूस करें, तो उस लिहाज से ये एक थोड़ी चादर फैलाने को पॉसिबिलिटी देता है सिचुएशनशिप वर्ल्ड। तो दोनों पहलू है मुझे लगता है। आई डोंट थिंक इट्स दैट ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट की सिर्फ इररिस्पांसिबिलिटी इवेड
But
करने
it's
के
not
लिए।
even that now, Ankit. When you have, I don't, I feel they might be wanting to escape hurt or whatever. But
And there might be people who want to escape responsibility also.
but it's not even just about that. A relationship is never going to work if you don't work at it. And if you're already calling it a situationship,
And
तो आप मतलब एफर्ट कितना डाल रहे हो उसमें, और फिर क्या काम कर रहे हो उसके लिए? देन तुमने खुद ही डिसाइड कर लिया कि भाई इसका तो आगे, अभी आई बी इन अनदर सिचुएशनशिप. एंड आई डोंट थिंक इट्स अ जेंजी थिंग. आई थिंक इवन पीपल हु आर 30 35,
even they are in situationships.
yeah, because they're on the apps. No, everybody on the apps, what is it? It's all situationships. People go from one person to another to another.
Or
And
some of them parallelly with multiple.
yeah, so I feel everybody, you're setting up yourself to not try when you call it a situationship. Anything. I mean, if it's not just about shirking, really, whatever responsibility. It's not about, oh, I want to save myself from hurt. But if you keep saving yourself from hurt, then how will you ever find anyone?
और
There are many people who don't even go out and try because they are afraid of hurt. And I
और
agree
इश्क है तो
that's,
रिस्क है।
but I agree that's scary. Maybe, I've been lucky or whatever that I don't feel it, but I agree. Even the thought of feeling it is scary. But नहीं try करोगे तो कैसे होगा? It's like anything in life, career, uh, you know, traveling,
Passion, hobby.
anything that you want to do. If you're not going to try, then you'll be 80 and say, oh, I'm safe. But I mean, I didn't have any failure though. But failure adds to everything. Somebody told me that day failure is feedback. Failure is not failure, it's feedback. So I feel you have to try, and itself trivializing it by calling it a situationship. Or I mean, in our times we used to call it a fling, like it was just like a fling.
Affair.
Yeah, वो भी 2 हफ्ते का fling था या जो भी. Fling was because you flung the person after that. He was flung out of your life and it didn't matter. So now they're living their lives in situationships. And I, sorry to say, Gen Z, millennial, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, everybody wants to find love. Nobody's saying I don't want love. I don't want to have a person to come home to. I don't want, maybe you don't want to get married, maybe you don't want to have kids, maybe you don't see some fancy wedding for you, but you want to come home to someone and you want to be with someone, and you're just saying that I don't want, I'm happy and my friends are my family and all that, because you don't have someone right now. And I agree, that's a great thing. You should have family and all that. You don't feel like, oh, my life sucks just because I'm not coupled. But we all want to find love. It's not about finding your perfect person. It's not about your, your better half and all that I don't believe in. But I do think coming home to someone who loves you, who's okay with everything you do, who is there no matter what happens, you can call that one person and vent. That is, everybody wants it. Tell me a person who'll tell me, I don't want a lover. I don't want to be loved in a romantic way. I don't want to. No, I don't think there'll be anyone. They'll be like, I'm okay with being single. But you're not, are you saying you'll never want to be loved? And if you want that, then you have to try. Things are bad, things get bad, things get okay, things get bad, things get okay. Only when you try and try and try, then things remain okay for a long time. And that's how it works out. Love is not some, matlab,
Static phase.
हाँ,
Yeah. Also मुझे डर लग रहा है वो kombucha spill होने वाला है.
नहीं
I'm
होगा,
pretty
नहीं
sure
होगा.
people watching it are also like अभी गिरेगा, अभी गिरेगा, अभी गिरेगा.
नहीं गिरेगा.
गिरेगा.
नहीं गिरेगा, पी लेगा.
No, as in great segue. I'm full of great segues today. प्यार करेगा तो गिरेगा. फीलिंग उमड़ेगा, जगेगा तो गिरेगा. और जब गिरेगा तो वापस उठेगा. I mean,
You might fall, but you might fly, na?
this is
That's
very
that's
Bombay
the
Hindi, गिरेगा, उठेगा, पड़ेगा and all of that. But point is, you might fall, but you might also fly.
fly.
At least take the chance of flight.
Yeah.
एटलीस्ट अटेम्प्ट फ्लाइट, ये सिचुएशनशिप मुझे लगता है एक सिचुएशन का काफी सिम्प्टोमैटिक है, विच इज आवर attempt, no matter how poor our attempt is, no matter how much we are failing, our attempt to minimize pain, our attempt, हमारी कोशिश कि मुझे हर्ट नहीं होना है, मुझे नेगेटिव इमोशंस फील नहीं करने हैं। ओहो, ये मतलब अगर अगर यही एंडेवर रहता ह्यूमैनिटी का, तो गालिब गालिब नहीं होते।
Yeah.
ये अमेजिंग, जो आप आस्था के घर पे देखोगे इतनी सारी किताबें हैं और इतना अमेजिंग लिटरेचर और इतना म्यूजिक और इतनी फिल्में और इतना जो अमेजिंग सब कुछ हमने एज ह्यूमन बीइंग्स ह्यूमैनिटी एक्सप्रेस किया है, इमोट किया है, वो होता ही नहीं क्योंकि हार्ट ब्रेक नहीं होता।
एंड पेन से अवॉइड कर ही नहीं सकते हो, कहीं से तो आएगा ना। maybe it'll come from your family, maybe from your sibling, maybe
Maybe
from
from
your
yourself.
friends, your colleagues. Somewhere it will come from,
Because
so there's no avoiding of it.
yeah, pain is part of the human experience. So मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि ये सिचुएशनशिप करके, अपना के, डिफाइन करके, ना डिफाइन करके एंड गोल क्या है। एंड मुझे जो चीज थोड़ी और डरावनी लगती है, ऑफ कोर्स ह्यूमन बीइंग्स चेंज, दे इवॉल्व विद टाइम एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा, लेकिन एक बार आप, कन्वीनियंस एक ऐसी बीमारी है, एक ऐसा ड्रग है, एक ऐसा एपिडेमिक है कि एक बार आप कन्वीनियंस के आदी हो गए, एक बार आपको उसकी लत लग गई, once you're addicted to convenience, how do you go back from there? And then how do you say suddenly you get up one day and say कि ओ आज से मैं इनकन्वीनियंस या स्ट्रगल या जद्दोजहद चूज करूंगा या करूंगी, because life is full of inconveniences. You know what the most inconvenient thing in life is? Love.
Yeah.
Love itself. Everything about love is inconvenient. Everything about making it work with another person is extremely
And this is
inconvenient.
love in general, as again I'll say.
Yeah, love of every
Family,
kind,
friendships,
every kind.
everything.
Human beings coming together of any configuration is inconvenient, क्योंकि हमेशा
Love
जो
of pets.
या हमेशा जो आप चाहते हैं वो नहीं होने वाला है, और जब आपकी मन मर्जी मुताबिक नहीं हुआ तो आप अगर खफा होने वाले हैं, तो फिर भाई साहब वो इनकन्वीनियंस हो गया।
But Murakami says na, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. So
तो
you
ये
will going to get
सिचुएशनशिप
it.
मुझे पल्ले नहीं पड़ रहा है कि
नहीं.
आप जिस
And
चीज
also
से अपने आप को
मैं-
बचाने की कोशिश कर रहे हो वो इनएविटेबल है।
मुझे जेनजी के बारे में एक चीज बोलनी है. Whoever I have had the good fortune of meeting in Gen Z, and slightly millennial, like 30s and all, they take themselves very seriously, okay, but they don't take anything else in their life seriously. They take themselves very seriously. So they have to be there, what they like, what everything. You need to take them very seriously about what they want in life and all.
दैट्स वेरी
But
सेल्फ सेंटर्ड।
सब कुछ और जो है वो ऐसे तुम love, work, even like at career, I feel it's a very different. Everything else other than them is not taken with that much seriousness, another people
Where do you
also.
think that comes from? Just a very self-centered, selfish generation?
Maybe privileged generation.
Hmm.
I think they got everything. I
Hmm.
mean, I will not say that my life has been fraught with challenges. I've had a easy, good life, but you worked for everything. I mean, right now also, if I need something, I have a support system for if I just talk about monetarily. But I have never been told ki please quit your job and sit at home or find. You have to have a job. Like it's a very simple example.
Whoa,
You
whoa,
have to
whoa,
have a
whoa, wait
job.
a second. You actually touched upon something which is so in sync with what I've been feeling as well, because we are all now in leadership roles.
Yes.
We are managing teams. I know you're making that face. It's the
Yeah.
most difficult thing as you grow in your career.
Yeah.
It's not like something.
Challenging times have started now.
Yeah, it's not like something you asked for, but it's just assumed कि आप सीनियर हो रहे हो, आप लीडर, आपको बनना ही है, आपको लोगों को मैनेज करना है। एंड हमारी टीम्स में जेंजी वगैरह बहुत सारे हैं, और ये सिचुएशनशिप की जो मानसिकता है, ये जो मेंटल मेकअप है ना, द interesting thing or the sad thing or the whatever thing is, it doesn't stay limited to one aspect of your
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Exactly
work-
what Aastha said. फिर आप नॉन कमिटल आपके वर्क प्लेस में भी लाते हो, फिर आप अपना नॉन कमिटल नेचर आपके माँ बाप के साथ रिलेशनशिप में ला रहे हो,
खुद
अपने
के
दोस्त।
टैलेंट में, maybe if you're creative, you're very non-committal to that also. You might be very genius, but you're not putting in the work.
एंड जबकि वी हैव सीन दिस एग्जांपल अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड, अक्रॉस कल्चर्स, क्यों जापानीज कल्चर इज सो अमेजिंग? क्योंकि एक शेफ, जीरो ड्रीम्स ऑफ सुशी, वी स्पोकन अबाउट दिस डॉक्यूमेंट्री अर्लियर, एक शेफ अपनी जिंदगी भर आजीवन एक ही स्किल को बेहतर और बेहतर और बेहतर बनाने की कोशिश करें। जीरो ड्रीम्स ऑफ सुशी, प्लीज टेक अ लुक एट दैट डॉक्यूमेंट्री। वन स्किल, an entire lifetime dedicated to it, on just being better every single day in that one thing. That sort of committedness
I'm sure
brings
translates,
excellence.
and I'm sure it's translated to every part of his life, be it his
Hmm.
relationships, be it his friendship. Jo, matlab he'll have
Because
lesser
you
of
can't,
them
yeah,
because you have so much, you're focusing on something, but whatever you do have, you'll give that same kind of
बिकॉज
commitment.
एक बार डेप्थ आ गई जिंदगी में, आपके ब्रेन में, आपने वो कमिटमेंट दे दी, तो फिर वो
It's
आपके
that
हर
same thing,
पहलू में
na?
आ जाता है ना
You'll
लाइफ
get
के।
either used to convenience, or you'll get used to putting in the work and seeing a result, or you are just committed to one thing. So you'll have different types of ways to go with it. And also,
Hmm.
I feel Gen Z wants to say that it. Oh my God, my series. They want to say that they are okay with everything. Oh, I broke up and the situationship is over now. Man. But they are internalizing all of it. I'd rather be like our generation who just it just came out, or you just dealt with it, or you cried for five
And we
days.
cry openly,
Or yeah,
publicly.
or
We tell our
yeah,
friends that
friends,
we are
everything.
hurt.
Now also we are like that. I mean, somebody told me that day ki when you're upset, it's very obvious because you can't look at the
Hmm.
person. But I'm like that. But Gen Z pretends to be okay, and then inside it is they're
Hurting, hurting,
internalizing
hurting.
it. They're changing the way they are now because they don't want to get even more hurt. So वो ऐसे it's like winter around their hearts or something, you know. It's why put yourself in those situations. Situationship is not a situation anybody should be in willingly, and if
Asa,
you are in it, थोड़ा सोचो.
you think we had it? I,
Easy.
I mean, in a way, right? I mean, we keep talking about this even when you're just hanging out. कि यार हमारी generation ना, मतलब we millennials born in 81, 82, 83. I think somehow हमें we got the best of all the worlds, right? हम उस जमाने से हैं कि 1 रुपए का सिक्का डाल के फोन करके लैंडलाइन पे हमारी गर्लफ्रेंड या बॉयफ्रेंड दूसरी तरफ फोन उठाते थे, या पापा या मम्मी ने अगर उठा लेते तो फटक से कट हो जाता
हाँ.
था। हम लाइन में खड़े रह के 1 1 रुपए का सिक्का डाल के फोन पे बात करने वाली जनरेशन भी है। वी आर ऑल्सो द इंटरनेट, सोशल मीडिया,
Sure,
इंस्टेंट
sure.
ग्रेटिफिकेशन, वी सीन द ब्रिज, वी सीन द ट्रांजिशन। लेकिन अभी जो डिजिटल नेटिव्स, जो जेंजी अभी आ रहे हैं, अगर उनका कैनवस ही सब कुछ इंस्टेंट का है, उनका
हाँ.
कैनवस ये है कि भाई 10 मिनट या 8 मिनट में ग्रोसरीज आ जाएंगे घर पे, सब कुछ इंस्टेंट है, सब कुछ कन्वीनियंस है,
तो
तो
फिर
फिर
ये भी
हाउ डू दे नो द वैल्यू ऑफ स्ट्रगल? हाउ डू
age,
दे नो द पोएटिकनेस ऑफ स्ट्रगल?
age. Will come as they grow older. I always feel,
विल इट?
yeah, I do feel. I mean, I feel age itself provides you with some
पर्सपेक्टिव।
perspective. Some things you let go, some things become more important to you. I mean, you and I have become different people. We might innately be the same people, but I think we've just become better versions. We know how to handle things better. Like I've been upset about my, a few colleagues, and things not going right, and I had two weeks I was like sulking. I was like, I want to sulk, like I want to tell people I'm not in a good space, be nice to me. After that, I got like fried of my own self. I was like, if you be like this, then nobody will want to hang out with you only. So I was like, just snap out of it. अभी हो गया, छोड़ दो, जो हुआ वो हुआ, अभी इसको जाने दो. You want to block someone, you block someone, you know,
मूव ऑन।
but move on from it. Exactly. So, but we've learned to do that. Like I had tweeted this: that don't get comfortable in your misery. Also, हर रोज try करो, because people get comfortable in their misery also. But I think all that comes with age, because I don't have time to waste on misery. I want to sulk, but I'll take few days. But I can't afford to waste time on sulking. And that knowledge has come from growing older.
You know what my fear is? Situationship and whatever these convenience based relationship configurations are, they are making people, it's a fear. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, and maybe your thoughts also in the comments. Let me know. हम इन्वेंट कर रहे हैं इन चीजों को विदाउट फुल्ली रियलाइजिंग इट इज गोइंग टू परमानेंटली और सेमी परमानेंटली ऑल्टर how we feel emotions.
Yeah.
And we are resistant to feeling. And the beauty of the human life and experience is just in the range of feelings that we can experience. तो अगर आप ये निकाल दोगे, don't we become more reserved and removed
Of
from the
course.
overall life experience that there is to experience?
I
Or
mean,
am I
I
stretching?
feel even I have been trying to say, thoda rein yourself in. You know, when I feel I do extra. So I'm also trying to change my behavior because
You're
it's
saying you're
hurt.
feeling a lot more?
I
I
no
mean, you
no
used
because I
to.
used to, but I've realized that it's not something that you do with everyone. It's not
So
you
it's
don't.
actually a good thing we can learn from Gen Z.
Yeah,
Slight,
maybe.
measured,
Yeah, but I also
reserved.
feel that if you keep doing it, then you get incapable of ever showing love also. Na, फिर वो हर situation में you'll be doing the same thing, patterns. तो पैटर्न भी ब्रेक करना चाहिए. You should realize कि यहाँ मुझे करने का है, यहाँ नहीं करने का. This is a lost cause. But when you identify,
You go all out.
then give yourself permission to let that wall down. So you can till a few days, yes, please get to know people. I've decided to do that in a workspace. I've decided कि थोड़ा मतलब आराम से लो people,
Stepwise.
yeah, your you know your colleagues, and you don't need to be friends. But if you do find a friend, then you do what you do with a friend. But you have to, I feel then they can't, distinguish, and then they're the same with either a lover or a friend or a colleague or whatever. So I feel, yeah, I think it's good to feel. You don't change your innate self. Maybe you just have to be more selective, and that also again will come with age and experience. When you're hurt a few times, then you'll be like, "Abhi selective hona padega." So that's it. So be selective even when you're dating and even in your relationships. Maybe you only date, you don't go on some dating spree and have one situationship after the other, because then you'll always be in that phase. Or it's like, तो थोड़ा देखो, अच्छा, in a year, I mean, I don't can't count it, na, in a year only date two people or three people. If you find someone, then you date one person, whatever. But be थोड़ा
हमने जो एपिसोड
quality
हमने जो क्वालिटी नॉट
over
क्वांटिटी,
quantity.
क्योंकि
Yeah.
डेटिंग एप्स क्वांटिटी को इतना आसान बना देते हैं, राइट? हमने जो एपिसोड किया था ऑफलाइन विथ लिसनर्स
Yeah.
एट द अमेजिंग स्टूडियो,
Life.
वाइफ स्टूडियो, उसमें there was this adorable little guy, um, who's in his 20s.
Who did
and
ask
and
about?
and, and it's interesting क्योंकि this is a Gen Z person, and you ask him about his relationship experience, and phraseology पे, शब्दों पे ध्यान दीजिए, क्योंकि ये शब्द कितना कुछ बयां करते हैं, right? Which is why words like situationship matter. That's what Gen Z is trying to escape. He said, I'm an old soul.
Yeah.
क्यों ये old soul Gen Z बोलने की कोशिश कर रहा है? And then I picked on to the old soul and I asked him, do you mind elaborating? क्या है old soul? And he said, I feel too much. I love too much.
I fall in love too easily.
I fall in love too easily. I give too much. I'm a hopeless romantic. And I'm like, boy, that is such a superpower. My friend, that is such a skill. तू हीरा है.
Yeah.
आज की तारीख में तू हीरा है. And कोई भी जिसको भी आप मिलोगे, you'll be like, that person will be lucky and you'll be lucky, because in a world where everybody's trying to pull back and measure
Transient.
how
Yeah.
much to love and how much to give and how much to say and what to call it, rebellion is giving it all. Be a rebel, feel it all, give it all, cry it all, love it all, give it your everything. Be shattered in your love, feel bankrupt in your love, and then rise up again, right?
हाँ, इतना भी नहीं, थोड़ा सा
नहीं
feel
यार,
feel
मतलब
all of it, of
feel all
course,
of it.
but
Sorry.
protect yourself also, ना. कि as I said,
हो
थोड़ा
जाने दो
थोड़ा
यार,
थोड़ा
तबाही
careful.
तबाही हो जाने दो.
नहीं,
It's
but वही
okay.
ना, what I mean by protect yourself is don't be in a situation, because that you are going to get hurt.
Or be in it if it works for you. We are not preaching anything to anyone.
One is saying no, one is saying yes.
Check in
That's how
करो
we are
ना.
going to end this.
Check
now.
in करो अपने साथ.
हाँ.
Check in करो.
Does it feel
Are you
good?
becoming fake?
Or does it make you feel is it toxic? Is it making you feel unworthy of love? Is it making you feel like you're not validated enough? Is it making you feel you're not enough? That's why this person is being in a situation.
अगर अकेले रहो ना फिर.
Or
क्या
I
करने का
think
situationship?
दोनों side का होना चाहिए.
अकेले रहो.
But it should also come from both sides. I feel some people are in a situationship because the other person wants a situation. both of them
And the
should
other
be.
person wants a relationship and you situationship, फिर क्या होगा?
तो वही ना, तो you,
Hmm.
so that other person might, just because they like you, they might agree to your situationship because all they want is
But
to
they
be with
want a
you.
deeper
Yeah,
relationship.
so then one person is going to get very badly hurt.
Always.
So either if both of you are in a situationship, then fling flung outside whatever you want to do. But if one of you isn't, so know all that. So it is much more complicated than it seems. It's supposed to be easy, but it actually seems more complicated.
Nothing about relationships is easy.
Yeah, but I feel not like normal, I was gonna say, and that's so wrong. I feel just being, just trying to attempt something, give it a go, be honest, be, committed to each other, be committed to growing. Agar wo 1 या 2 महीना भी जाएगा, that is better, because at least both of you tried. So don't start with a situationship, because that is, you've already decided you don't need to try in this relationship. It is still a relationship, by the way. Still a relationship. And we should just sign off there. Ankit, last words. Say it.
Only because you call it something else does
Not.
not change facts about feelings, about expectations,
Situationships will still hurt.
about emotions. Human beings है, AI या robot नहीं है. Feelings होती है और दिल टूटने वाला है. वो रोने वाले हैं या आप रोने वाले हो. Just accept that.
Yeah.
Actions have consequences. Words have consequences.
Yeah. Just take care of yourself, Know how you feel and love yourself enough to not be in a situation which is making you feel bad about yourself. बस.
और just be alone, man. Single रहो, मस्त रहो. ये सब क्या होता है?
हाँ, वही आएगा जो आएगा ना, जो होना होगा वो तो होगा.
लता मंगेशकर का गाना है ना?
आएगा
आने वाला.
That's for a ghost. So let's like.
तो ghosting ही तो कर रही है public.
वो भी है. That's a different episode. So we'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.
या इसको लाइक कीजिएगा, शेयर कीजिएगा, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिएगा, कमेंट्स में बताइएगा what you would like to see more of. And also tell us if you're just being judgy auntie and uncle and we are like, we are not getting what Gen Z's program is. Please tell us. We'd love a reality check as well.
Thank you. See you. Bye bye.